What if, in a distant future or a forgotten past, humanity, as oldest civilization, had found a new home among the stars? Imagine a world where the mighty Egyptians ruled not the Nile, but the vast red sands of Mars. What would that empire look like? How would they bend a desolate planet to their will? Today, we journey to an alternate reality, a vision of cosmic pharaohs and celestial pyramids. This is the story of the Egyptians on Mars. They arrived not as refugees, but as pioneers, their ships like golden barges sailing the cosmic ocean. They didn't just survive on this new world, they transformed it. They built their temples not of sandstone, but of shimmering crystal and ethereal light, structures that kissed a sky of copper and rose. Their gods no longer gazed upon the earth. They now looked upon two moons, Phobos and Deimos, and a new, more distant sun. This was the new kingdom of Mars, a breathtaking fusion of ancient tradition and futuristic technology. Great cities bloomed across the Crimson Plains. Pyramids, forged from Martian metals, soared into the thin atmosphere, their peaks touching the heavens. Floating obelisks, covered in glowing hieroglyphs, hummed with an otherworldly energy, while intricate sky bridges like silken threads connected these monumental structures. Here, solar panels shaped like sacred lotus petals harvested the sun's distant rays, powering a civilization that thrived against all odds. At the heart of this empire ruled the pharaohs of Mars, figures who were half kings, half deities, their authority as absolute as gravity itself. Inside grand throne halls, housed beneath transparent domes that offered breathtaking views of the Martian horizon, these rulers sat upon levitating thrones. Their armor, a magnificent blend of gold and obsidian, seemed to absorb the starlight, while their crowns hummed with harnessed solar energy. Their eyes weren't just human. They were mirrors reflecting distant galaxies, holding the wisdom of the cosmos. Behind them, holographic projections of Anubis and Ra shimmered like divine spirits, a constant reminder that their power was not just political, but celestial. They ruled with divine technology, commanding fleets of starships and armies of robotic guardians with a mere gesture. For them, leadership was a sacred duty, a bridge between the mortal and the infinite. Life flourished in this strange new world. In the bustling marketplaces, citizens in flowing white robes, adapted for the Martian climate, bartered and traded. Robotic camels, their designs inspired by ancient beasts, carried heavy cargo through crowded avenues, while vendors sold glowing crystal artifacts and foods grown in advanced hydroponic farms. Life-giving towers, elegant and slender, reached into the sky, collecting the thin water vapor from the air and converting it into precious liquid. Even the children whose ancestors walked the banks of the Nile now played in the shadow of floating pyramid shrines, their laughter echoing through the crimson dunes. The Egyptians of Mars didn't just conquer the planet, they learned its rhythm, understood its secrets, and breathed life into a world that was once thought to be completely barren. They found harmony in the desolation, creating an oasis of civilization in the heart of the red wilderness. Their faith was the engine of their society, and their temples were the physical manifestation of that power. These massive structures were architectural marvels, perfectly aligned to capture the last rays of the setting sun as it dipped below the Martian horizon. They were more than just places of worship, they were engines of immense energy. Great obelisks acted as celestial conduits, channeling solar power and forming a network of pure light that crisscrossed the desert, illuminating the cities at night. Inside, priests performed ancient rituals using tools of the future. Holographic scrolls unfurled in midair, displaying sacred texts, while floating ankhs, crafted from pure plasma, pulsed with a divine glow. Here, faith and science were not opposing forces. They were two sides of the same coin. To the Martian Egyptians, light was not just energy, it was sacred. And power was not just control, it was divine. But such a magnificent civilization could not exist without its protectors. Guarding the entrances to the golden cities stood the guardians of Mars. Colossal robotic sphinxes, their bodies carved from native stone, but their inner workings a mesh of advanced circuitry. Their eyes, glowing with a serene blue light, scanned the horizon, ever watchful. In the skies above, drones shaped like scarab beetles patrolled in silent, organized formations, their metallic shells glinting in the sun. When the infamous red storms of Mars began to brew, their winds capable of tearing metal apart, these guardians would awaken. The Sphinx's eyes would flare, and a shimmering golden force field would erupt, enveloping the entire city in a protective bubble, a shield of technology and will against the planet's raw, untamed chaos. They were the silent sentinels, the timeless protectors of a dream made real. Yet, beneath all the splendor and technological marvels, a profound secret lay hidden. The Grand Pyramids, those iconic symbols of Egyptian culture, were not tombs for their kings. They were something far greater. Deep beneath the Martian surface, in ancient hidden chambers, the walls were covered not with painted carvings, but with living holographic hieroglyphs that moved and shifted, telling a story that transcended time. And in the very center of these chambers, a massive glowing orb pulsed with an alien light, its origins unknown. It was surrounded by floating sarcophagi, not containing bodies but acting as conduits. The pyramids were not monuments to the dead, they were engines, gateways to other realms, stargates to unknown dimensions, a secret carefully guarded beneath the planet's red dust, waiting for the day when humanity was ready for its next great journey. And so, as the countless stars of the Milky Way watched on in silent admiration, the Egyptians of Mars achieved what their ancestors had always dreamed of: eternity. Their empire wasn't just written on stone or papyrus, it was written across the stars. From a panoramic view, the planet Mars glows, its surface dotted with cities of gold and blue. A colossal holographic eye of Ra shines in the upper atmosphere, a second sun watching over its creation. Slowly, the view pulls back, revealing Mars, vibrant and alive, a beacon of light next to its distant blue sibling, Earth. Their legacy was not of conquest, but of creation, a testament to the idea that with vision and will, humanity can not only reach the stars, but build new worlds among them. Thank you for joining us on this speculative journey. If you enjoyed this glimpse into an alternate reality, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more explorations into the what-ifs of history and the future. Let us know in the comments what other historical civilizations you'd like to see reimagined among the stars. Until next time, keep looking up.